Hello, I'm Christine Tassan and I'm a guitarist. I've been teaching at Django in June for several years now. I was teaching the first level and this year I'm going to teach the second level. So I'm very pleased to be here again with you this year. So I'm going to show you how I use transcribed solos. There are several ways you can use those solos. There's one way in particular that I like to use is to take a little lick out of the solo, something that I like when I listen to the solo, and I try to learn it, and once I learn it, I try to use it in a different context. So first of all, when you use transcribed solos, you have to listen, obviously, to the solo itself. And for that, I use a little tool that I really love. It's called Transcribe. It's a little software that you can find on the internet, and it's called Transcribe. So with this little software, you can very easily loop. You can also slow down the solo, which is very, very useful because usually this solo is not so rapid, but a lot of solos that we like are very quick solos. So it seems, when you listen to them, it seems impossible to play them. But when you slow down, then everything is more simple. And you... This is, yeah, then I can start to listen to all the notes and be aware of what is happening in that solo. So I took that little lick from Django. This is in Night and Day. You can find the transcription on Django in June website. And I decided to use the first lick of the solo that I really love. And this is a lick that works on a 2-5-1. 2-5-1, but this is a special 2-5-1 because usually when you have E minor 7 flat 5, A7, it goes to D minor. But in that case, we go E minor 7 flat 5, A7 to a D major, which is surprising, but the song is built like this. And you can find that kind of 2-5-1, for example, in another song which is called What Is This Thing Called Love? It starts like that. And then D minor 7 flat 5, G7, C major 7. So the lick that I will learn in Night and Day, I can use it directly in another song, which is What Is This Thing Called Love? So now, let's try to learn the lick. So let's listen to it slowly. Okay, when I learn a lick like that, I learn it by very small chunk. So, first part. So. What is really important is to find a fingering that works for you. And that you can play slowly first. But then that you can increase the speed. Whoops. Maybe I will use this one. I changed a little bit the fingering while I was increasing the speed. Oops. Instead of using this one, which is a bit difficult to play, maybe I will use the second finger instead of the third. Maybe I won't I won't use the fourth one on the first part. I will directly use the third. Maybe this is better, fingering at high speed. I don't know exactly. Maybe this one. So this is really important to find a fingering that works for you. We don't have the same size of hand. Maybe you will find another fingering that is better for you. Then, second part. Okay, let's listen again. Ba-da-da-dee. There's like a sweep. So my I'm not sure that this fingering will be good. Probably something like that. So my first idea of fingering was probably not good. Okay, this seemed interesting. And then the end. The rhythm was not correct. Okay, so now let's try to play it from the beginning. Once again. Okay, it's a bit tough to memorize. This is Django. Django has always things that we don't expect. Okay, so you have to try and try again since you've memorized it. So when I've memorized it, then I can try to play it in another key. So the key of what is this thing called love was D, G, and C. So I can just translate it like that. Okay, and another thing to notice is what are the chord shapes that you can find under your lick. This is really important because for me it helps me to memorize where the lick is. So I always try to find the chord and the chord shapes under my lick. So my lick starts with a little chromatism. And then the shape that I see is like a G minor, which is okay because E minor 7 flat 5 is nearly the same thing as it is the same thing as G minor 6. So Django goes around that G minor theme, adding some chromatism. This is a G minor 6 chord, arpeggio if you prefer. G minor 6 arpeggio. So he plays with that, approaching the notes of the chord. Then when he does that, this note here, we are on A7. This note here is a flat 13. Which is really a nice note. And then we go to D. So simple shape of D is here. So it's nearly a D arpeggio, but with this extra note here, which is a 6th. So it's a D6. So I think this is really important also to understand all the harmony that you can find under the lick, so that you can memorize it and also then translate it in another key. So I think this is a lot of things that we could say about this little lick, which is really interesting. So I hope this helps you, and we will meet at Django in June. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.